Good morning. This is Norma Cowie, and I'm here with a Sunday thought. This weekend is Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, and with it comes many thoughts of what one is thankful for. Unfortunately, many families cannot be together again. This is again because it happened last year to celebrate what is usually a time of togetherness. But being humans, we are always able to adapt, adjust, and move forever forward. We, as a human race, have not been without difficulties throughout the ages. And sometimes we have to remember that and be thankful for the genetics that we are given, which gives us strength. When last year, I believe it was, I was having a conversation about what was happening at the time, and my next door neighbor said to me, "You must remember, because I'm of British descent and he is British. He was British. He was born and raised in Britain, and although has lived in Canada for many years." And he said, "You must remember, our ancestors survived the bubonic plague. We are strong. We have strong immune systems. We are strong." But I think it's more than that too. Yes, we have strong immune systems, especially when we take care of them. But also, there's a spirit within us to survive, to handle and deal with whatever it is. And for that, we have thankfulness for sure. Lots of gratitude from my point of view. I know most people my age have had all sorts of things happen in their lives. And guess what? We're still here. And we have managed through sadness, through losses, through perhaps economics up and downs. It seems to me like anything pretty well, mostly that life can deliver, I've experienced in some way, shape, or form. Yet we still keep breathing. And it makes me aware sometimes of how important breath is. I was just watching a small video actually talking about breath again. Again, it's not one of my favorite things. I've never been a breather. I've never breathed well, but I also have not had lung issues either, interestingly enough. I do know that due to a situation that happened when I was very young in my life, when I was held down, that I have had trouble breathing in my middle lungs. I can breathe high and I can breathe low, but the middle part gets a little, when that's sort of, I don't know, still got some trauma trapped there, I guess. All these things go to making us who we are and what we have to be grateful for. I was just talking to some friends yesterday who had driven, a couple of hours to come down into the area that I live in. So we were able to sit and chat. And we were supposed to go for a walk, but the wind was really cold. So we sat in the car and talked away and discussed many different things. And my friend and I have both been on spiritual paths, different spiritual paths, yes, but still believing in the one power and the one essence. They're still believing in the love force, still believing that no matter what. I'm a little more politically aligned, yes, because of my history with husbands and life. But at the same point, we both have this understanding that there's energy. And I have many friends like this, many friends that know that this energy exists, that we are part of a far bigger energy. And for that, we need always to be grateful. I'm also very, very grateful for I have a group of close friends that live here that are fairly well in alignment, a lot of what I think and feel. And that helps having people around because I don't have family around. I don't have access to those elements. I see some of my family very, very occasionally. Yet today we have what's called modern media. We have the phone. I'm laughing because so often people talk about everybody talking into their phones and not talking directly. We have Zoom. We have the internet. We have other things. But one of the things I have learned in the last, 2 years, I guess, maybe a year and a half, is that when everything got locked down, was how Zoom became such an important part of my life. I already utilized it for certain things, but from seeing my clients, it has become invaluable It has become the way in which we connect. So whenever people are booking a appointment with me, I'm always saying phone, Zoom, or Skype. And because we mustn't forget Skype's still in there. That was the original when we used to connect visually. But it has made a big difference. I'm able to hold yes, I'm able to hold workshops. I'm able to hold groups. I'm able to, in fact, I have a Channeling Your Guide coming up I think it's a week Thursday, where I channel people's guides for them so they have messages. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful that I can have the opportunity to be able to read psychically for people to help them through the stresses that they have. I'm very grateful that I have the ability to have a technique, which I call energy transformation, where we can transform old traumas and old energies and have you become more aware of your connection to the greater power and the awareness of who you are, that you are loved, that you are important, because everybody is. As I often have said to people when they're really upset, just breathe, because breathing helps. We breathe in the oxygen which the trees make. Always remember that. If the trees make the oxygen, we breathe. It is, we live in harmony with the trees and the shrubs and everything else around. And that's what Mother Nature is about, living in harmony. And right now, perhaps we don't live in such a harmonious world in so many parts of our world in so many different ways. Some of us are seeing more and more war and going to be unable to travel places and do things. But, we're humans. And as I said in the beginning, I'm going to repeat that line. But being humans, we are always able to adapt, adjust, and move forever forward. Please always remember that that's what we are here on the planet. We're not an animal. We're not an insect. We're not a tree. We're not a shrub. We're not a flower. We may use some of those as a synonym to explain who we are. But then we are humans, which have an intelligence, which have a brain, which have blood moving through us, and has a connection. So our lungs we breathe with our lungs in the air and the oxygen that our environment creates for us. I always believe that we are welcomed here by the Mother Earth because she is happy to have us here. She's happy us to utilize and appreciate. So I give thanks for my family. I give thanks both here and in New Zealand. And I give thanks for my place where I live, for my neighbors. I give thanks for being in my beautiful town with the lakes and the mountains not far away, which we can see. There's just so much to be grateful for. Gratitude is such a large part of being who we are. To know that gratitude, because every thought, according to me, is like a prayer and a thank you and a gratitude. So I really want to say, with gratefulness from my heart, for watching, for being, for listening. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Wednesday. Bye for now. Happy Thanksgiving.